We want to get to some breaking news first here at noon. Central High in Little Rock is on lockdown right now while Little Rock police investigate a shooting outside of the school. Police tell us the shooting did not happen in the school. In fact, we just got a tweet from Little Rock police within the last minute or so. They say that they're currently investigating a gunshot heard south of the Central High School campus. For safety reasons, the school is locked down and that they are still investigating and will bring us an update when they have one. Of course, as we have new information on this, we will bring that to you throughout this newscast and on thv-at-noon.com. Good afternoon. I'm Michael Aaron here with meteorologist Nathan Scott. Our other big story here at noon is the weather because more changes are on the way.
Beautiful start to the day, Michael. Lots of sun, lots of blue sky, but sunshine will be fading away as the afternoon progresses along here. This morning, look at the lows. 42 was the low in Fayetteville. 56 in Little Rock, 57 in Stuttgart, and 54 in Camden. There's the clouds on the increase, moving from southwest to the northeast. 77 is the current temperature in Little Rock. It's 80 in Arkadelphia and 76 in Batesville. The rain not too far off, knocking at our doorstep, about to move into parts of southwest Arkansas, and there's plenty of rain moving through North Texas. This is all heading our direction through the course of the afternoon. Let's take through time here. So the best chance of showers, maybe rubble of thunder, will be for locations to the south and west of the metro. Talking to you folks in Hot Springs, Arkadelphia, down through Camden, there will be some showers moving through, getting through the rest of the afternoon, and it could start to arrive here in the metro right before sunset. So today, increasing clouds, showers south and west, temperatures warming up into the upper 70s to lower 80s. We've got more rain in the forecast for the rest of the work week, and then big changes going to the weekend. I'll have more details on that coming up later.
Nathan, thank you. Let's turn to the efforts to end the COVID-19 pandemic. The FDA is posting documents from Johnson & Johnson and Moderna ahead of meetings later this week to discuss booster shots of their vaccines. Meanwhile, another drug maker is asking the agency to authorize emergency use of its COVID-19 treatment pill. Laura Podesta has the latest on both pushes.
More than 7 million Americans have already received a Pfizer booster shot. And now an FDA advisory panel is getting ready to consider whether to approve boosters for the Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccines as well.
We would like to make sure that their protection is also boosted so that they won't get infections that are even mild, let alone serious enough to put them in the hospital.
Among the questions health experts are expected to address, how much vaccine should be in the Moderna booster? The drug maker says 50 micrograms, half of what was in the original 2 doses, should be enough. There are also questions about when people should get the Johnson & Johnson booster. The company submitted data for options at 2 months or at 6 months after the original single-dose vaccination.
And I think the FDA will look at this. Can you mix and match? Can you start with J&J and finish with either Moderna or Pfizer? The mix and match issues are also on the table.
The FDA is also considering whether to authorize emergency use for Merck's COVID-19 treatment pill. The drug maker says early trials show molnupiravir cut hospitalizations and deaths by about half.
Just imagining as a primary care physician the power of an oral outpatient medication such as molnupiravir, it would be a remarkable game changer.
The drug is targeted at unvaccinated people who have already developed symptoms. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
The White House has already put in an initial order for 1.7 million doses of that pill. And if the pill is approved, this means people who are COVID positive could take it at home to reduce symptoms and speed up recovery. Ann Pace, a pharmacist here in Little Rock at Kavanaugh Pharmacy, says people could compare it to the drug they take when they have the flu. She believes it could be more popular than the COVID treatments the state currently offers.
I think a lot more people will be more apt to do that and try to treat their COVID symptoms quicker if they can do a pill rather than an injection.
The Arkansas Department of Health thinks the pill will be given out just like the vaccines and other treatments. A decision from the FDA about approval could come in a few weeks. News of the treatment comes as we continue to see positive trends in our latest COVID-19 numbers here in the natural state. 217 cases were reported yesterday. That is slightly higher than last Monday. Hey, but it's still one of our lowest one-day increases that we have seen since the beginning of the summer. Meanwhile, about 545 people are fighting the virus from a hospital bed this afternoon in Arkansas. That's not as low a number as we had around July, but it is down by nearly 60% from just 1 month ago. Most viewed on thv-at-noon this afternoon, a grand jury in Little Rock indicts 4 people on federal human trafficking charges. The case started back in January when police found a 17-year-old girl walking around the Walmart parking lot in West Memphis asking for help. She told police she was from Phoenix, Arizona, and had been taken to West Memphis and forced into prostitution. As of right now, the defendants have only been identified as 3 men and 1 woman. The state's charges of rape, kidnapping, and trafficking will be dropped in favor of new federal charges. Today we expect to learn the official ruling on how Gabby Petito died. A Wyoming coroner will provide an update on the 22-year-old's autopsy during a press briefing. Petito's death was ruled a homicide, but officials have disclosed few details publicly about how she died or about the state of her body when it was found. Her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, is still at large. He's now considered a fugitive, and investigators have issued a warrant for his arrest on a fraud-related charge. The Supreme Court will hear arguments in a case connected to an abortion law passed in Kentucky today. The case centers around whether that state's attorney general has a right to defend the law in the courts, even when the state's governor decides not to pursue an appeal. The hearing comes as the court takes up several abortion cases, including an upcoming hearing where the state of Mississippi is asking the justices to reconsider Roe versus Wade. And the House of Representatives is expected to vote to extend the nation's debt limit through early December sometime today. The vote comes after the Senate approved a stopgap measure last week in an effort to avoid a catastrophic default and economic disaster. Once the Democratic-controlled House passes the short-term extension, it will head to President Biden's desk for final approval. Be sure to follow THV11, thv-at-noon.com for the very latest on all of these stories. The National Education Association is urging social media companies to crack down on a new craze that dares students to vandalize schools. The viral challenge is called Devious Licks, and teachers could be the next target. Jamie Yukas takes a closer look.
What the is going on, bro?
Hundreds of soap dispensers, paper towel dispensers, toilet paper rolls have been, ripped off of walls, food and other items smeared across walls and floors and stalls.
Clarksville, Montgomery County Schools Chief Communications Officer Anthony Johnson says recent vandalism has caused roughly $20,000 in damages at more than a dozen schools in the Tennessee district.
They installed both our toilet seats.
The destruction, Johnson says, is linked to a nationwide viral challenge called Devious Licks, encouraging kids to destroy or steal school property and post it online. Addison Goldberg and Lily Lambert attend one of the vandalized middle schools.
Why does something like that gain popularity? It's just wanting the attention, whether it be positive or negative. They want the attention because they either aren't getting some at home or they just want it because they feel insecure about themselves.
Now some schools worry that the trend may affect personnel. With the latest rumored viral challenge, Slap a Teacher.
This new challenge is assault. Are you concerned?
Certainly. Assaulting any employee is a zero tolerance offense.
Fearing the worst, the National Education Association sent a letter to Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter demanding the tech giants take action to regulate lies and fix your algorithms to put public safety over profits. Becky Pringle is president of the association.
What we are saying to the social media companies is that we want to work with them to ensure that they not only see it, but they respond to it.
In a statement to CBS News, a TikTok spokesperson said the alleged challenge would violate our policies and we would aggressively remove such content. But the reality is that we have not found related content on our platform.
We reached out to Facebook and Twitter, but have not yet heard back. The Clarksville Montgomery County School District told us more than $6,000 in fines have been paid so far. Now, according to the school district's policy, a student's report card, transcript, and diploma can be held until the student's family
pays off the damages. Jamie Yuka, CBS News, Los Angeles.